questions I asked that changed my life. Those key questions asked by others have certainly marked me. However, just as impacting have been some key questions I have asked of others, beginning when I was a child. Here are the 10 questions and answers that have made the greatest impact on my life. First, Mom, how much do you love me? As a child, I asked my mother this question repeatedly. It wasn't because I doubted the answer. It was because I rebelled in it. Mom's answer was always the same, with all my heart, unconditionally. And often she would go on to explain that the unconditional love meant that she would always love me no matter what I did. Margaret, will you marry me? One summer at youth camp, I was dating a girl named Masha. When she introduced me to a friend named Margaret, I was stunned. The moment I saw Margaret, I said to myself, I'm holding the wrong girl's hand. I immediately began pursuing Margaret. We dated in high school and college, and after the greatest sales job in the history of mankind, she married me. Margaret is the love of my life and my most trusted advisor. Pastor, how did you build a great church? As a young pastor, I was influenced by the book of Elmer Towns, who wrote much about church growth. He highlighted America's greatest churches and the pastors who led them, which created a hunger in me to grow a large church. Inspired by the stories I read about the top 10 churches in the country, I began to call their leaders and ask each for an appointment so I could ask questions. Les, why do you write the books? It was never my intention to be an author. I loved reading books, but never had the desire to write. That is until I asked my author friend Les Parrott why he wrote. His answer changed my life. He said, I write books to influence people I will never meet. Books increase my audience and my message. The moment I heard that, I decided I needed to write. The idea of making an impact on people I'd never meet fueled the passion I already possessed for what I taught. Dad, can I have your blessing to leave this organization? This was the hardest question I ever asked. Why? My father was a leader of the organization I wanted to leave, and he had spent his entire life investing in the people in it. I had grown up in it, and it was all I knew. My friends were there, my history was there, it was safe. Leaders, what am I required to do that no one else can do except me? Charlie, will you help me write the books? Kevin, can I mentor you? Jeff, whom do you know that I should know? 10. Reader, how can I add value to you? Years ago, I was challenged by another author who said, as I write, I always ask the question, will the reader turn the page? I started asking that same question as I began to write the books. I believe the answer will be yes, as long as one page I am able to add value to you. Millions saw the apple fall, but Newton was the only one who asked why. Good questions inform, great questions transform.